touring, and translation services, transportation and unemployment services. There's a great deal of the different types of services that are out there that you can use to reach your needs. And then additionally, there's some special programs that can be applied as well. And so once those search terms and filters have been applied, results are generated below. And so on the left, you'll see a listing of the search results. And so it'll show, the name of the location. So you can see here, Job Center of Lake County, Waukegan. And then it'll include address information, contact, how you can call in, what their hours of operation are. We did add a little icon there, in reference to the message at the top of the screen that regarding the possible change in services and, the methods of that due to the pandemic. And you can also see within here the different types of populations that the location serves. And so we've altered them, to distinguish between the different results. You can see this first one for Job Center of Lake County, Waukegan, is white, and then the next result is in a grayed box there. And so we'll alternate with each unique location. And then on the right, you do have a map of where these different sites from your search are, and you can click on those pins and it'll highlight the site that you're referring to on the left. And so what I'm going to do now is I will change my screen share, and I'm going to do a quick demonstration of the service finder. Okay, so here we are on Illinois WorkNet on the home page. So from here, menu, opening network and connect, and then select that second option there, Illinois WorkNet Service Finder. So then here's the Service Finder page. You can see how some of these filters work. You'll just check the boxes for the filters that you're interested in your search. And you can also check some of these other boxes down here. Yeah. And within each of these, there's more specific references. So for example, this food and nutrition, you can look for sites involved with food banks and pantries, reduced meal programs, supplemental financial assistance, soup kitchen or bread line. Similar with housing, fire safety, affordable housing, mortgage assistance. We also have legal assistance. There's no shortage of different types of services that are provided. So they do get even more specific the closer you look for, unemployment services as well, to file a claim or anything else associated with that. And then here's that special programs option as well. And so once you enter all your filters in here, you can do a search. Search in there, and then this will load below the filters here. This will load the locations, based on those search results, the search criteria, I should say. And so, for example, you see these pins here. You click on that, it'll highlight in green, the site that pin is associated with. And additionally, you can kind of open up, you see this location serves, you can kind of see those different populations, and then you can open this up for more specific what types of services do they provide for individuals. So that is the Illinois WorkNet Service Finder. And so resource guides, changing gears here. Illinois WorkNet, we have several different resource guides about a particular topic or an audience. And these guides provide information and tools to help with your job search or your career, if it's resume building or if it's specific to a laid off worker. These, depending on what it is, it'll kind of walk you through it'll introduce you and walk you kind of through the different steps to consider and things to do, information to have. And so with these guides that we have, and we'll provide a demo of this as well, you'll see an image on the left, and circled here you'll see the title of that slide, and the number 2 out of 6. This is to organize your information, and you can use these icons here, this caret facing left and right. You can use that as a navigational feature, as well as the little box in the middle there kind of opens up a table of contents of the guide. And so below that you'll see some text explaining what this is, and then a couple buttons, learn more. That'll go to article pages on WorkNet that'll have more information about that specific thing. And then if it's tied to a tool like a search, that start building button, or a different resume builder tool, if you click that'll take you to the tool. So you kind of have it in one space where you can read about it and then interact with it directly. So one of the guides I wanted to go over was the Veteran Assistance Guide. And to reach this on Illinois WorkNet, you'll go to illinoisworknet.com, and you'll click on that menu button. And then when the menu opens up under Updates and Help, you'll see a few options there, and you'll want to click the Veteran Assistance Guide. And so that'll take you to, this is what the Veteran Assistance Guide will look like. And this first slide here, it's kind of an introduction, letting you know that there are different services and resources out there for veterans in Illinois. From connecting to services to figuring out how to apply the skills that you've gathered with your service, and how to apply that to the workforce and your job search. And so included in this Veteran Assistance Guide are articles and resources. With the Veteran Assistance Guide, we have information on connecting to benefits and services, translating your skills for the job search, preparing and searching for a job, a list of, a not completely comprehensive list of resources that are Illinois specific for veterans. We also have a link out to the Illinois Department of Veterans Affairs, as well as IDES, Illinois Department of Employment Security, their veteran services, as well as IDHS, Illinois Department of Human Services, rehabilitation services. And so then let me show you how some of these guides work with change in screen share here. Okay, so then on illinoisworknet.com, I have this main menu here. And once you open up Updates and Help, you'll go down to the Veteran Assistance Guide. And that'll open up this page here. You can see we have a video below the guide as well. So these are how the guides work. You can click through the different arrows here to navigate it. You can also use this to, these 3 horizontal lines as a way, kind of table of contents. You can skip ahead to different sections of the guide itself. On the first slide for each of the guides is, the introduction and table of contents and a get started button. And the get started button will send you to the next slide. And so, for example, here we have connected benefits and services. You see a preview, learn about veteran-specific assistance, healthcare, pension, home loan benefits, as well as how to identify and utilize both online and in-person assistance options. So you click that button, and that'll take you to a page with more information. And so you can see here we have, videos and links to different, websites that offer benefits and services for veterans. And, on this page, we can see at a quick glance, healthcare, pension benefits, disability compensation, life insurance, home loan benefits. And even in the Illinois WorkNet Service Finder, there is a filter for veterans. So, if you don't come across what you're looking for in this guide, you can certainly refer to the Service Finder and do a search for sites that offer assistance for veterans. So then going back to the PowerPoint, another guide I wanted to talk about was the Disability Employment Guide. And to reach this, you can go to illinoisworknet.com/disabilityworks. And once you're on that page, you can click that menu button and open up the tools window and click the Disability Employment Guide. And so, similarly, you see this as a guide page. So you have the table of contents and introductory section right there as well. And so included in this are articles and resources for individuals with a disability who are, seeking employment. There's resources for finding available benefits and services, developing a financial management plan, exploring career and training opportunities, getting organized and searching for jobs, and additional resources for disability employment. And so one of the tools that's also included in this guide is the Disability Benefits Estimator. And you can use this to calculate your benefits. And any information that is entered into the tool will remain confidential. It's not being shared. And so, when taking this information into consideration, it does provide a summary of potential benefits and options for you to explore. But it should be noted that these are just estimates and they do not act as a professional benefits analysis. And so similarly, to navigate to that, you'll go to illinoisworknet.com/disabilityworks, click the main menu button, select tools, and then you can click on the Disability Benefits Estimator. And so that'll take you to this page, and you'll see information about the top, about the tool itself, and some of the common questions we get asked about the tool. There's also a introductory video on that page, and then the tool itself, you can kind of see below in that image, under the Calculate Benefits header, you see the tool, Welcome to the Illinois Disability Benefits Estimator. And it should take about, if you have, the information and kind of numbers, ready at hand, it takes about 10 minutes to complete and go through the benefits estimator. And so let me change my screen here. WorkNet.com/disabilityworks. Disability Works. So here's the landing page for Disability Works. There is additional information here. You can find some different popular resources through here and organizations that help assist individuals with disabilities that you can look into. We have our event calendar on the side here with upcoming events. And then under the resources and tools sections, we do have links. So, you can access them through this menu here, but also on the landing page. You can get the links to the benefits estimator and the employment step guide. And similarly to tying back to the service finder, you can also, that is another filter that you can use to find services near you. If you have if you are an individual with a disability, you can use the service finder to find locations and sites near you that can provide assistance based on your needs. And so here's the disability employment guide. And so this last slide here, we'll link to, we have a few different buttons here. We have Learn More, that'll take you to a page with several different articles relative to individuals with disabilities. Videos, we also have a video playlist and a search for different resources that are available as well. And so here's the benefits estimator here, like the page that we had mentioned. And so, yeah, you just click this red button down in this corner here, next, and you see a progress bar, and then you can go about and enter, the information based on your information. And then you can just use the previous and next buttons to navigate through the tool. Additionally, we do have other guides on Illinois WorkNet. And you can go to illinoisworknet.com, and under Guides and Tools, the View More button, you can click that, and that will display a page that will include a full listing of our guides, just some of the ones that we have. We have a resume writing guide, layoff assistance, job skills, digital literacy, starting a business, social media. We have a guide for youth and money management as well. And so let me show you that page real quick here. I'm going back to illinoisworknet.com on the home page. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see Guides and Tools, and then this View More button. And there's also other resources and tools that are included on this page that are available on Illinois WorkNet, from getting started on Illinois WorkNet to, preparing for a career and, working on your resume. And so exploring careers, finding training programs, apprenticeship opportunities, jobs that are available as well, even starting a business. And you'll get, preview text, and you can click on those, and that'll open up to a new page with the guides. And that is all I have for the presentation. I think we can open it up to a Q&A. Do we have any questions? If so, you can share them in the chat.
Hey, David, it's Olivia Miller with SIU. We did get a couple questions. I was able to answer most of them, but just in case anybody is wondering the same thing, we are recording this and we will be sending out a copy of the recording and a copy of the slide deck within 24 hours of us ending today's recording to all registrants. So anybody who registered for the event and everybody who's on the event will get that information. We did have a couple people who missed the first little bit of the webinar, so we'll be getting that sent out within 24 hours. And Virginia asked if you could recap what was shared in the first 10 minutes or so just of this presentation today. So just, the logging in and accessing things.
Sure. So earlier we had gone over the Service Finder, which is a tool you can use to find different sites near you that provide work support services for you. And so, in getting to that page on illinoisworknet.com, under the menu here, Network and Connect, you can click on the Illinois WorkNet Service Finder. And I believe also on the homepage, if you scroll down to this Guides and Tools sections, there is an icon for the Service Finder. And so you'll click on this, and this is it's a search that you can use to find providers near you to help you get through tough times based on your needs. And, there are different sites that are there to help you with, finding a job, preparing for a career, financial aid, childcare, and more. And we also mentioned that due to the pandemic, that some of the locations wouldn't recommend just showing up in person. Ahead of that, I would, reach out to them, check out their website, give them a call, send them an email to make sure that they are, in fact, open and providing in-person services, how to coordinate so they can help you based on your needs. And so with this search, you can look for
David?
Yes.
I'm going to jump in because we had a question kind of right on that point. We had somebody ask, for the assistants in the service centers, do we need appointments? So I thought maybe you could talk a little bit about the hours and how they display. And then we also had another question, just so you can kind of touch on both of them. Virginia asked, is there information about WIOA? So maybe touching on that filter too.
Yeah, so for the appointment question, let me pull this up here. That will depend on the site. And so, each site will be different. You can see for this one here, Career Link in Peoria, hours by appointment only. It seems like a lot of them in this area are. So, checking this block here, this field in the searches, the hours. So you can see when they're open, because you might have to call ahead anyway to set up an appointment. But go ahead and call ahead, or visit their website. That'll have more information about how to meet with them and following the proper protocol. And additionally, there are sites within here that do specialize in serving, providing information and resources for WIOA funding. And with that being the case, if they do, next to their name and their entry, you'll see this orange circle here that says WIOA. And so this pops up. This location receives Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act funding so that it can provide 3 basic levels of service: core services, intensive services, and training services. So if they do provide, if they specialize in serving individuals with receiving WIOA funds, they that icon will be present next to their listing. Additionally, you can see some of these other icons: biz for businesses, and vets as well. If they specialize in serving veterans, that'll be indicated in the list there as well.
If anybody else has any additional questions, please go ahead and type those into the chat so we can make sure we get those answered. And David, while you're up on this screen, another item we have, Virginia, is the locations that offer WIOA services. So you can actually filter down to only get a list of locations pulled back that offer WIOA services, if that's what you're looking for. We'll go ahead and give it another minute or two in case anybody does have any questions. They're working to get typed into the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, you can use these filters here to, based on, if you're a veteran or an individual with a disability, you can select those as options, and, apply it to your search, as well as if you're looking for something more specific, like childcare services. Then you can open up the tab here, and, additional checkboxes will appear. And, just opening up a few of these, you can see there's quite a few additional services that are provided by these sites that are in the Illinois WorkNet Service Finder. Any more questions come in, Olivia?
No, I haven't got any other questions.
Okay, well, if you do have any questions, you can reach our staff at info@illinoisworknet.com, and Olivia has just shared that in the chat. And if there's nothing else, we will go ahead and close out the webinar. And like we said, this was recorded, and we will get this posted and sent out shortly. So I want to thank you again for joining us, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks, everybody.